The street where an ICE agent shot and killed a woman is now a memorial and the epicenter of growing protests. But tonight, federal officials are standing by the agent's use of deadly force.
Those anti-ICE protests are spreading across the country, with demonstrators here in Boston adding their voices to demands for ICE accountability. Now, President Trump and his administration say the federal officer was defending himself when the woman drove at him. They called it a, quote, act of domestic terror. Officials in Minnesota call that lies and propaganda.
Witnesses recorded the SUV's movements and the shots the agent fired, and we're about to show it to you now.
No! No! Shame! Shame! Oh my God!
It is not clear from this angle if the vehicle made contact with that officer, but Secretary Kristi Noem says he was hit and taken to the hospital.
As multiple angles of the incident have emerged and gone viral across the internet, users are left divided on whether or not the agent's actions were reckless or in self-defense. In the footage, ICE officers order the driver out of the vehicle after she blocked the path of their truck. But as one of the agents attempts to open the door, she quickly throws the car into reverse before trying to speed forward in the direction of another agent in her path. After the vehicle narrowly misses the agent, he fires 3 shots before the car crashes into a white sedan parked nearby on the side of the street. Hundreds of protesters have gathered at the scene, which the city of Minneapolis has identified as the intersection of East 34th Street and Portland Avenue.
This is f***ing ridiculous. You don't protect people.
In the wake of the viral incident, Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem described the officer's actions as defensive and called the incident an act of domestic terrorism during a press conference.
It was an act of domestic terrorism. What happened was our ICE officers were out in an enforcement action. They got stuck in the snow because of the adverse weather that is in Minneapolis. They were attempting to push out their vehicle, and a woman attacked them and those surrounding them and attempted to run them over and ram them with her vehicle. An officer of ours acted quickly and defensively shot to protect himself and the people around him. And my understanding is that she was hit and is deceased.
Democratic Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey, however, furiously denounced this narrative in a passionate press conference of his own.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bullshit, and I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the out of Minneapolis.
DHS Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs Tricia McLaughlin said in a statement, "This is an evolving situation, and we will give the public more information as soon as it becomes available."
Shalom, giving all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Kahak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to the hopeful elect. I'm going to title this quick video, real quick video, as quick as I can make it. ICE update. They have crossed the line, and now they are shooting people. Okay? And, you know, for those of us who've been, you know, standing upon our watch, like it says in the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, okay? A lot of us know about this situation right here where you have some ICE agents out there in Minneapolis, you know, doing what they do best, hijacking, you know, American citizens, right? And, you know, shit turned violent, right? And, you know, one of them ICE agents, unalived one of the women out there and I think he shot her in the face, blew her head off right there. You see? So these are the times we're coming into, and we've been telling you that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, that things are going to start becoming more draconian, violent, aggressive, okay, and all out chaotic, okay, because, you know, these devils, you know, the main agenda, okay, that they want to get started is a civil war, okay? Because it's that problem, reaction, solution. So you remember, I believe in the beginning of 2025, when Donald Trump assigned these ICE agents to run around the United States of America, Donald Trump pretty much gave them, orders to, be aggressive as you want to. If you got to slam niggas on the ground, you got to punch niggas, right? If you got to drag niggas out your house, you got all authority to do so. Okay? Now, that's going on, and that's been going on for the past year. Okay? And, that type of aggression is starting to amplify. It's starting to increase. So now you got people that are starting to make videos. If you pay attention online, people are making videos, right? About these ICE agents, and, they cussing them out, right? They telling them, get the fuck out of our neighborhood, you motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You could tell people got real hatred towards these ICE agents. Now, I'll say this, us of the hopeful elect, yeah, these ICE agents, they're wicked. They are wicked, and they're going to be destroyed, but we ain't got no real hatred towards these niggas. Really, we clapping them on, okay, because they're doing the work of the Heavenly Father, all right? They're laying judgment upon you, 2/3 of our people, okay? So it's a good thing that these ICE agents is kicking down doors and shit, all right? But to the average American citizen that don't know no better, okay, they're getting, you can start to see people's spirit is starting to get, more violent towards these ICE agents, okay? So what it's going to eventually lead to is, when situations like this is going to happen more frequently, okay, where somebody gets killed by the ICE agent. The ICE agent, then stomp the nigga out on camera, and the average person is going to eventually get to the point to where they say enough is enough, and they're going to start trying to defend their own neighborhoods, right? They're going to arm themselves, and they're going to create, what do they call that? I think it's called I don't want to say the word because I don't want to be wrong, but basically, people are going to start creating zones within their neighborhoods, right? Trying to protect their neighborhoods from ICE and from whatever military presence. Okay, so then that's going to cause a civil war. And, Donald Trump, he already said, if anybody, puts their hands on one of these ICE agents, it's a big chance that you could get the death penalty. So everything is falling right into, right into the agenda of the wicked. All right. Get these people roused up. Okay, make them think that it's time for them to defend themselves, but it's a trap. You see, it's a trap. Okay, so a situation like this happens where a woman gets shot in the face, and we told you niggas that this was going to start happening too. All right, how long have we been out there talking about martial law? How long have we been telling you that it's going to come to a point to where the military personnel is going to, they're going to say all bets is off, and they just going to start shooting you niggas with live rounds? We've been telling you that this day was going to come. So this marks, I believe, the first public execution, right? Because we have reason to believe that these ICE agents are, kidnapping people, taking them to these black sites, right? And putting them to death. What do you think Alligator Alcatraz is about? Okay. We've heard numerous reports that the people that are getting abducted by these ICE agents are missing. Okay, they putting these motherfuckers to death. But now, okay, it's coming, we're starting to see public executions now. Now it's coming to the point to where, the ICE agent, he come in the neighborhood, and the first thing they do now, they're going to start doing is start shooting at people, right? To try to get people to comply. And you could already see people ain't having it. Okay, people ain't having it. All right. So let me read this. I'm not going to read the whole article because, you've seen the videos I attached, right? I'm just going to read the headline. It says, Minneapolis, this is not normal. Minneapolis on edge and angry after ICE killing of woman amid federal surge, okay? So you seen the situation, you know? Looked like a little Edomite woman got shot in the face, man, okay? Because she was out there trying to talk that shit, trying to defend her neighborhood or whatever the fuck she was trying to do, okay? You know, and a lot of you women, you gonna learn too to shut the fuck up, man. You know, hey, a man's world is getting ready to be reestablished in the earth, okay? And sometimes a man's world could be savage, all right? So a lot of you women you gonna learn to shut up, man, okay? And keep your goddamn mouth shut and stop always trying to, you know, involve yourself in the affairs of men, all right? That's more than likely what got this woman shot in the face. She was popping her mouth. You know, probably bitch probably try to put her hands on one of the ICE agents, thinking that she's a man, thinking that feminist shit is going to measure up, and that nigga blew her head off. You see? We coming into some real dark, eerie times, man. All right? And this is getting ready to start happening all over the United States pretty soon, man. Okay? You're going to start hearing more and more reports of military operatives, okay? Paramilitary operatives, okay, you know, killing people, right? Some of you women are going to get sexually assaulted. Watch when that starts coming out. ICE agents are graping women. You know, women are getting kidnapped by the military and getting raped. Okay? Real dark times we coming into, man. Real dark times we coming into, all right? Let me get a scripture. This is Ezekiel 23 and 25. And then, you know, we'll get this in the NLT next. It says, and I will set my jealousy against thee, and they shall deal furiously with thee. What does that word furiously mean? Okay, because that's what you're starting to see. All right, you're starting to see these, you know, these military operatives. They starting to deal furiously with the American people. Okay, and Edom is telling these motherfuckers to do that, man, because Esau wants to get these people roused up. Esau wants you people to fight back and arm yourself, right? Fight back, you know, and then they got these puppet mayors. If you notice, they got these puppet mayors. You know, a lot of these mayors are acting like they're on the side of the people, right? Like, I think the mayor of Minneapolis was sitting there talking about, we're going to get the National Guard to keep ICE agents out of the city. But he's a fucking puppet, because what you mean you're going to get the National Guard, another military organization, right, to combat this organization? So now that's justifiable means for them to, station the military all throughout the neighborhood and then say, oh, well, we doing this to keep ICE out. You see that type of trap they putting people in, man? And if you don't have the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua, you're not going to see this, man. This is going to catch you blindsided, man. Okay? When they shall think peace and safety, then sudden destruction. Because I guarantee you, them people who heard that in Minneapolis, okay, the National Guard is coming out here to protect us against ICE. They probably think that's a good thing. No, nigga, it's another trap, man. Okay? Then, the National Guard will do the same shit to you niggas, man. All right? Worse. They have more authority than the ICE agents, man. What you think they'll do to you? Okay? This is the word furiously. It says, in an extremely angry manner, in an extremely energetic or hurried manner, intensely. Okay? And this is all you're seeing throughout, social media with these ICE agents. Okay? They're dealing with people aggressive, man. All right? Because they're not even real police officers, man. Right? A lot of these fucking ICE agents, this is why they cover their face. A lot of these motherfuckers are white supremacists. All right? You know, they're part of the Ku Klux Klan. Okay? You know? So you could imagine the type of hatred and the type of anger, all right, they got towards you tribes. That's why they slamming you niggas on the floor. That's why they stuffing you in a van all aggressive. You know? And who knows what the hell they do to these niggas when they get them to them sites. They might just full on beat the living shit out of the nigga, man, in the jail cell. Who knows? Okay? But these are the times we coming into. It says, and they shall deal furiously with thee, and they shall take away thy nose and thine ears, and thy remnant shall fall by the sword. Okay, by the sword, the gun. That this woman, okay, she fell by the sword. She got gunned down, man. All right. It's not a game. Okay. It says they shall take thy sons and thy daughters, and that's what they doing. Okay. Your son or your daughter, if motherfucker's an illegal immigrant, that motherfucker's in trouble. Okay. And you know what? They're getting to the point with this to where it don't even matter if you're illegal or not. That was just, a justification for them to just grab anybody now. Right. Because I seen some videos. Hang on. Now videos are starting to surface online where ICE agents is just rolling around the neighborhood harassing people. But hold on, wasn't they supposed to, be on a particular mission? Wasn't they supposed to, okay, we looking for this person today, Jose Ramirez. They said he's over here. They said he's over there. Now the ICE agents, they rolling around like Debo, just harassing people, man. Okay. So yeah, a lot of, you people's, your families is going to be split up because of this. All right. And they're going to yank your son out the house. They're going to yank your daughter out the house. Okay. All they got to do is just say, oh, we have reason to believe that this person is an immigrant. That's it. They don't need to show you any warrant. They don't need to do none of that shit, man. Okay. I seen one video where, some little Latin chick was in a goddamn Walmart parking lot minding her business. Motherfucking ICE agents jump out on her ass and just start questioning her. Where are you from? Or are you from America? What's going on with you? You see? You people going to learn to fear the Lord, man, before this is all said and done. Okay? You people are going to learn to fear the Lord. All right? It says, and thy residue shall be removed by the fire. Yeah, the Lord. So that ultimately the Lord going to finish you people off with nuclear missiles. The Lord going to put you people through all of this calamity. You're going to go through martial law. You're going to go through, and there's much more to come. There's much more disastrous situations. A woman getting shot in the head by the ICE agents. Well, let's revisit this topic in 7 to 8 months, right? This topic of a woman getting shot in the head by the ICE agents, this is going to be a walk in the park in about 7 to 8 months, man. Okay? The worst is yet to come. Okay, to the average American. But ultimately, the Lord going to finish this place off with nuclear fire. All right? That's the end result of America. So the Lord is going to bring you people all through. The Lord going to bring you through the ringer. And then it ain't going to be no better days. The Lord going to finish this place off with fire. All right? Let's get this last precept right here. 2nd Esdras 16. And we'll start at 71. It says, they shall be like madmen, sparing none. Okay, these motherfucking martial law troops, these ICE agents, these military, and you wait till they get the foreign military, the United Nations peacekeepers out here, man. The motherfuckers ain't no peacekeepers. That's a oxymoron. Talking about they some peacekeepers. Them motherfuckers, man, they gonna come out here and you think the ICE agents is bad. Watch what they start doing to people, man. Get a soldier from France out here, okay? Watch what that nigga do. Watch what they start doing to you people, man. Okay? You think the ICE agents is something. Watch how they come in your neighborhoods, man. Okay? They're not going to play no games with you people, man. All right? And they're going to be like madmen sparing nobody. Okay? If they got to put a bullet in your 6-year-old child's head, they'll do that right in front of your ass. Okay? And this is what 2/3 of our people are going to receive because they denied the counsel of the Lord. All right. The Spirit of the Lord has been out on the streets long enough. So for you people to continue to ignore Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai, all right, the worse the judgment is going to get. All right. It says, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord, for they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Cast you out of your houses, hijack you, kidnap you. All right. A lot of you people are going to get kidnapped. You're going to be taken to these FEMA camps to never be seen again. Okay. So, hey, I just wanted to make this video, just showing proof ICE is still out here, and, the situation is getting worse. That's why I titled this video ICE Update. This is an update on what the fuck been going on with these goddamn, this black site paramilitary organization known as ICE. Okay? It's getting worse. It's getting more aggressive. And pretty soon, the average American is going to say enough, and they're going to fight back, and the government, that's justifiable means for the government to enforce martial law and take over the country of America with lethal force. So, Lord willing, this was edifying. Give all praises to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Shalom.